for other startups who are earlier than your stages to get prepared and to understand better how to approach investors and what is interesting for investors. And I also want to thank founders and investors at the end of August, crazy season, crazy months, to be here and to participate. To start with our regular crypto VC pitching session, let me ask participating investors to remind us about their investment focus, expertise, and main interest. What startups are you looking for, and a few words about your fund. And let me start with London Real Ventures, Ankur Pathak, who is our regular guest and actively contributing. Could you please remind everyone about London Real Ventures?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Always great to be here. My name is Dr. Ankur. I'm a principal at London Real Ventures. London Real Ventures is the investment arm of the media company London Real. We've done interviews with the who's who in both Web2 and Web3 space over the last 11 or 12 years and forged some great relationships in the process. We built a platform up to about 5 million plus subscribers, about 1 billion views in content across the board. And so we look to invest in quality projects that are going to be here 10 years plus, not 10 months, in the AI, blockchain, and metaverse space. And what we do is we really leverage this platform for our portfolio projects and also investors and partners, where they get to share their expertise and their passion directly to the masses. So in essence, we solve two problems. We solve attention and we solve capital. And that's what we're here to do.
Awesome. And you're investing not only in media startups around Web3, correct?
Correct. It's across the board, any quality project in the Web3 space.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Dr. Ankur, for this mini reminder. And we hope you will find good sweet spots today. Mustafa from Academy Ventures, could you please give us a small intro message?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Mustafa. I'm from Academy Ventures. We're not investing in startups, actually. We've pivoted and we're building a hiring platform to help students get connected to Web3 founders. But that being said, I do have a background of working with angel investors in the past, and I've done a lot of deal flow with them. So I'm just here to provide feedback in general for the startups that are presenting on their pitches.
And just to add a couple of words here, since Mustafa is as usually very shy, he has really extensive experience in due diligence and investing in the startups in past, not that long ago, actually. It's just the recent decision that they are not investing on this particular current condition, which does not mean that they are not going to invest in some future when the market conditions will change. And indeed, his feedback is invaluable, and a lot of founders received a great value from Mustafa's feedback. So we wanted you to have this opportunity today. Isa from Maxi Ventures. I think everyone knows Maxi, but Isa, could you please let us know about your venture arm? You have also venture labs, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Hi guys, I'm Isa with MEXC Ventures. So we are the investment arm of MEXC Global Exchange. As the investment arm of a centralized exchange, we do offer more value besides of direct money investment. Like we have a really strong listing team and a marketing team that can support projects from the side. And we generally open to all sorts of investment opportunities, but myself is more into infrastructures. And since myself is a gamer, so I'm also interested in GameFi and game-related infrastructures. Yeah, and if anyone have an interest to work with the centralized exchange or the firm, or the investment firm connected with a centralized exchange, then feel free to contact me.
Yeah, you can build a bridge and open the right doors, right?
Of course, I'm happy to make connections and help people.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Isa. That was narrow and clear. Thanks a lot. Slava from Jets.Capital, active VC firm. Would you love to give us a brief intro of your current investment priorities, Slava? You're on mute, Slava, just in case. Oh, you don't have a microphone. Okay, so then if you do not have a microphone, Slava, let's do the following. We will publish anyway links to all investors presented and their websites and portfolios in our media channels. And if you have any questions to participating startups, just drop us a message. But if you're driving, don't do it. We can connect you later on after the session, okay? It's most important to be safe on the road and to focus on listening to the founders. Yeah, he will send information to the chat. Nice. And Adarsh, of course, from CoinSwitch Ventures. Adarsh, you said you are, I'm pretty close to say it properly. Would you love to give a brief intro to CoinSwitch? You're on mute, Adarsh. Adarsh Goel, one more chance for you to present CoinSwitch Ventures. Okay, so maybe he has also some problems with the microphone. So just to respect the time of others, once Adarsh is back with his microphone, we will give him definitely a chance to present his investment criteria and current priorities later on. And for the moment, let's switch to the most exciting part of today's meeting. It's the pitches of the founders, of course. Guys, the first one to pitch today is the startup from Singapore, Grindery. And the founder, Tin, I hope I spelled your name properly.
Yeah, it's Tin. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Tin, yeah, sorry for this. Nice to meet you, Tin. And if you're ready, please start your screen share. Just a reminder, you will have 5 minutes to pitch and then Q&A and feedback of investors. And of course, while you are opening your deck, I will remind everyone that after the session, all investors will receive your decks and startup profiles on InnMInd. We will collect feedback as priority from investors that we have today in Zoom. And second priority, tomorrow, we will also contact other active investors in InnMInd network to share your decks. And once they want to follow up with you for further details, private pitch and discussion for a deal, of course, we will introduce you directly in Telegram or by email so that you can continue one-to-one conversation. With this, Tin, good luck, and you have your 5 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I'm Tin, one of the co-founders of Grindery. Essentially, we are building a decentralized platform that allows anyone to build, distribute, and monetize on autonomous agents. We are a Binance Labs incubated startup. They invested into us in Q2 last year. And subsequently, we also raised a seed round from different Web3 funds and strategic investors such as Anchor, Near, Algorand, Flow, Gate.io, to name a few. What are we essentially doing? We focus, the main problem that we see is that Web3 interaction is very complex. That's due to the lack of integrations between different blockchains, different dApps, but also the integration between Web2 and Web3. And that ultimately hinders Web3 adoption, which makes it very slow. So these are like the main problems that we see and identify. So we exactly tackling these and try to make it as easy as possible. How do we do that? we introduce a decentralized integration protocol that allows you to build on, off, and cross-chain integrations very easily. So essentially, without even coding experience, you can set up these workflows. And on top of that, we let users to very common messaging channels such as Telegram, Slack, WhatsApp, etc. So to break it down to you, on the one hand, as I mentioned, we have the low code to no code environment for builders, which you will find under Grindery.io, a product that we have been working on for the last 1.5 years. And on the other hand, you see Grindery AI, which is a product that we will launch next week, actually, which represents single point access to engage and interact with those workflows that are built from the right-hand side. This will create ultimately a platform of builders and users. So builders will very seamlessly, as mentioned, build autonomous agents that they can also ultimately monetize. And users will be able to interact with those with very common channels, through very common channels and natural language. The builders will get paid by tokens, and obviously also get paid the more usage those agents they have set up have. As I just also briefly mentioned, we will launch our Grindery AI agent next week, actually. You can already scan this QR code also after this pitch, after this call, if you have time, and you can already start testing it. Essentially, it's a multi-chain Telegram wallet, which connects a dozen of agents that we have built in-house so far. And again, it lets you interact with those agents in natural language. So imagine minting an NFT in Telegram directly, sending tokens to other Telegram users in Telegram directly, all enabled through the integrations and workflows in the background that our technology offers. Okay. We do have also put in a lot of work to come up with this comparison slide, which compares essentially our value propositions compared to different AI technologies, bots, and Web3 DApps, also catered for end users, catered to builders, but also our value propositions for DApps themselves. So I invite you all also to have a more detailed look after this on this slide, so to understand the value propositions a bit deeper also. Our go-to-market, very straightforward. We built the agents in-house first. We already built up a pipeline of strategic partnerships, such as with Genosis Safe and Patch Wallet, where we work very closely with the founders. We also just recently got another grant from Optimism, just like to name a few examples of strategic partnerships and how we also going to distribute and start our go-to-market. Our team is very lean. It's a good balanced mix of serial entrepreneurs and technical experts, especially around our CEO, Tim, who had a couple of successful exits also in the past in the Web2 world. Now, this is like a short overview of our historic fundraising and also like company history. Currently, we are raising a bridge round based on the same valuation of our previous seed round that we closed end of last year, actually. To give you more information, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to answer any questions after this pitch, but also after this event. And again, I'm just inviting you to try it out, the bot that we going to launch next week, and you will also be eligible for our airdrop. Therefore, yeah, that's it.
Awesome. You even added some hint, some hook to attract audience. I love it. Very concise and bright pitch. Thank you, Tim. So, questions from investors or feedback? Who wants to start? I
can start. That's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Great product seems like as well. From an investor standpoint, what are you looking for? Is it just capital? I mean, you have some pretty big names, whether they be grants or investments otherwise, but is there something you're looking for specifically from an investor who comes aboard now?
Yeah, so definitely we look for like long-term partners. That's how we see it. We believe that our product and our technology is a significant contribution to the Web3 space. So that's why we believe in the long-term potential of this project. So any partner that we onboard in form of investors also, we look for this long-term investment horizon also in investors. On top of that, definitely we also look for a strong network and ecosystem. So if we can leverage on the portfolio companies of each of our investors, that's definitely a plus. And then what we are looking for, that helps us and kickstarts also our go-to-market and general distribution of our products and technology. And these are essentially like the two main things I would say we're looking for in investors.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ankur. Isa, would you like to ask a question or give your feedback?
Yeah, I do have a question. As far as I understand, Grindery is an AI layer which building matchmaker for users and agent developers. And I'm just curious, is that AI layer on-chain or off-chain? If it is on-chain, is that a standalone protocol or is a blockchain?
Yeah, just to avoid any confusion. So the AI layer that we put on top here is just like to make it more easy for users to interact with the agents itself. When it comes to our Web3 technology, this is essentially driven by our integration builder. So here you can actually see that we built like a cross-chain protocol. So it allows you to exchange data and value across different blockchains very seamlessly in form of integrations and workflows. And this is also where we where we are native in. We have been building on this part of the project for 1.5 years now. And this is actually like where we are natively in the Web3 part. The AI part is just an additional layer that we put here to make it very accessible for users and make it very easy for them to interact with those workflows and onboard, especially also a lot of Web2 users very easily.
Thank you. Yeah, that's very clear.
Yeah, thank you. It's a great question. We also have the question from YouTube. If it's your own proprietary AI model or you use something like OpenAI.
Yes, so again, just like to point that out. So with the AI layer, we actually use a combination of different LLM models. So we are not limited to Jets.Capital. We even call it internally the better GPT because we combine different LLM models through the easy integration builders that we have set up in the first place. So just like to clarify it also like for the entire audience, we come from the integration and workflow building side. And we just make it very handy to even combine and integrate different LLM models. And that kind of led to this AI layer that we put on top of that. So to answer it quickly, we are not limited to ChatGPT. We combine actually a lot of those public LLM models. And yeah, that's just an add-on to the technology we provide.
Yeah, thank you. Now I hope that's clear for everyone. Vadim wanted to ask a question. Please go on.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nelly. Thanks a lot for the pitch. As a builder on a Ton ecosystem and Telegram, I wanted to mention that, thanks for popularizing Telegram. And I think it may be beneficial for you to connect somehow with a Ton ecosystem because they are really connected with Telegram, and we have some good connections. So if that's something which may sound interesting for you, I'd be happy to make you an introduction. The guys are doing lots of stuff the last time, and maybe it makes sense to add Ton support because there's expected to be more more integration between Ton and Telegram. And we just would be happy to help you.
Vadim, I love it. We actually checked your product also, like the Telegram wallet, as you call it, right? We checked it actually. And we did see like a lot of opportunities that we could leverage on top of that, which is why we started to build this Telegram feature in the first place. So more than happy to connect, actually. This is like an amazing opportunity. Like I didn't expect that. So thanks a lot for reaching out. So definitely.
Amazing.
I have to say that we're not the developers of the wallet itself because this is a separate team, but we're integrating the connection with wallet, and we know the guys, and we'll be in Singapore in 2 weeks. So hope to see you and help you somehow.
So guys, you can either exchange contacts between each other here in Zoom, or our team, Abdul, for example, or Alex, can just make a warm intro in Telegram where you can continue to build partnership. I love it, definitely. And just to finish the topic regarding Telegram, Ton blockchain is also a partner of InnMInd, and tomorrow we have a workshop with them regarding the new wallets and other opportunities provided by Ton ecosystem to Web3 startups. So Tina, I think it would be quite interesting for you to join indeed. And if you need intros with Ton ecosystem members, InnMInd team can also help you there, since we are both in touch with their development team and grants team, and also remaining ecosystem working directly with startups.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, thanks a lot. Like I will definitely not miss out on this opportunity. So thanks a lot.
Awesome. Now you can stop your screen share and we will follow up shortly in Telegram. Meanwhile, let's give the word to the next startup today, Fanton, registered or coming out from BVI, and the founder, Vadim. Are you ready, Vadim?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone again. So I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah.
Sorry. All is good?
Yep. Elder, are you ready?
We see you. Good.
I'm ready. Yes, so hello everybody, I'm Elder and here is my partner Vadim, and today we'll present Fanton, the largest game within the Ton ecosystem and seamlessly integrated into Telegram, directly into Telegram. And our goal is to become the first unicorn in Ton ecosystem. What is Fanton? Fanton, it's a fantasy football game, and the idea of fantasy football is quite easy. You choose a team of 5 football players. Based on their results in real football matches, players get points for different actions. For example, Messi score a goal, he gets 60 points. He give an assist, he gets 60 points more, and so on. And top earners win prizes in crypto. Next slide, please. So,
I'm so sorry. I think I opened like that, not the correct version of the page itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Elder.
Yeah. So the fantasy sports market size is $25 billion per year, and it's growing every year by 15%. And big names like DraftKings, FanDuel, Sorare popularize fantasy football. And however, the platforms can be sometimes complex for newcomers. And the second thing is that fantasy football has a big social aspect, but these products lack in platform user interaction. So spotting these gaps, we build a game that's integrated directly into Telegram to benefit from its 800 million strong user base. We designed Fanton to become the easiest fantasy football game ever, and user can start the game just in 2 clicks. I will show you how it works. And we have already achieved over 350,000 users who started our game, and get more than 30,000 people who are in our Telegram communities. We have 3 main competitive advantages. First of all, user can start the game in Telegram without registration and without app download. The second thing, that bot push notification ensure high user retention than a website. And a free-to-play mode helps user to understand the mechanics and transferring them to paid, more rewarding tournaments.
Our goal is to reach 126 Telegram users who love football in 8 countries. First, we go to football lovers: Portugal, Brazil, Argentina, Spain, and Italy. Next, broader audience: Turkey, India, and Indonesia. Our revenue model is commission-based. For every fee user pays, 15% contributes to our revenue, and 85% goes to the prize pool. We have a team with strong product and startup experience. I have experience leading an edtech product which earns 200 million per year, and Elder was head of play-to-earn games in the biggest loyalty program in Western Europe. Alex has 10 years experience in building IT systems with tens of millions of users. And on our advisory board, we have Telespace Agency, which is the #1 Telegram promotion agency, and Jan Richter, who is the head of product at Zeptalab, company which designed Kadarov game. Our traction so far is that first, we have a product that works and have a solid user base. Second, we had a revenue of more than 30K this August, and this is growing. And third, last football season, we hit a MAU of 55K, and this season, we expect to hit 100K in monthly active audience. Besides, we have a really strong backers who believe in us. First, we are backed by First Stage Labs, a smart investor within Ton ecosystem who has really deep connection with the Telegram and Ton Foundation at the highest level. Second, we are supported by Cointelegraph Accelerator. And third, our token to be launched at Gamified, ranked among top 10 launchpads in the world and probably #1 gaming launchpad. It will be the first Ton projects to be launched there, and our launch will be supported by Ton Foundation. Our roadmap is charged. We have exciting partnership and launch this year, especially with Cointelegraph, Accelerator, and Gamified. Second, in the next year, we expand into more sports like cricket and the NBA, and we have an ambition of hitting 100 million in our token capitalization by the end of the next year. Basically, our token is an in-game currency, and after introducing it, we'll be able to create more flexible marketing mechanics. We'll be able to reward users for in-game achievements with tokens and creating engaging user scenarios. Goal is to make users play the whole year, thus increasing the total value locked. We're heading to 1 million MAU, and here's the plan. First, we buy cheap users via Telegram ads. Second, we roll out a seamless payment with a Telegram wallet integration, which we roll out next week. And third, we support it by viral growth due to PvP mechanics, which is also rolling out in a couple of months. So now we are raising a seed round to fine-tune our unit economics and scale our marketing. Our ask is 600K with a valuation of 10 million. And I'll pass my screen to Elder so he can show how the game actually looks like.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I don't want to share. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Great. So it's directly in Telegram bot. So the idea is that the user can just launch it. And here you can see the tournaments and you can easily choose anyone which you like based on the country. And so for the moment, we have like the biggest tournament. And you can go enter. So I already created a couple of teams. So you just need to register, add football players based on the scoring, which is here. So you can understand for which action they get points. And then you register it, you play 3 turns, and that's all. So you go and you wait the results when the matches are finished. Yeah, so if you have any question or if you'd like to understand more how it works, I'll be happy to answer. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. And first of all, great job. I really love your energy and congratulations with 350K registered users and 55,000 monthly active users. This sounds like really good traction metrics. Let's see what investors have to say. Mustafa, please go on.
Yeah, first of all, thanks for presenting. I think it's a really cool concept. What you guys are trying to build. I personally play Fantasy Premier League and I watch a lot of football games myself.
Wow.
But a question I have, I guess, is like the thing with Fantasy Premier League, at least, and I talk about this a lot with my friends, is it's a very like sticky kind of like people really enjoy the experience of playing like that specific like Premier League fantasy, right? And people have been playing it for years. So like, how do you approach people who have like built kind of this like personal connection with something like Fantasy Premier League and then bring them to your app? Because I think that could be a challenge. So I'm curious to hear like what you guys have in mind for that.
Yeah, so I can try to answer. So first of all, there are a lot of different platforms and some of them are blocked in some countries, so people can easily go and play. So also people who play in FPL fantasy, so they really like that they can go and play to get more money because it's free and we provide not only free mode. So the last thing that we also have NFT in our product, and those guys who like you probably know Sorare. So they also like the concept because they are more engaged. Yeah. So, but like our goal is to go into the market, like which we mentioned. So, and English, like European market, it's not the main because Telegram is not very popular there. But also, of course, it's like big.
I'd like to add a couple of words to Mustafa. Thanks a lot. This is a really great question, and we think about this a lot because we see many people playing an FPL coming to us and asking us why we have a different format. So actually, we are thinking about adding a separate game mode, which will be like similar to FPL. But the problem is that in FPL you have 11 players, and this is kind of tricky to have 11 players in your mobile phone. This is not the kind of easy game, which is our target. So we now we have 5 players in our team, and it won't be possible with the FPL scoring system. That's why we're thinking now about adding a separate mode. But right now we try to create like an in-between version with a bit more complex scoring than FPL, but without the price caps. It takes some friction among FPL fans, but we've got the feeling that we would be able to find a balance based from our experience with other communities who play fantasy football. Like some people will never transition to other games, but this is kind of we can live with that.
But some people, they like to play not only in one fantasy football platform, and they would like to choose different platform. And we work in a partnership with big fantasy football communities. So, and we trying to engage the people into our tournaments. We do some special events for them, give tickets, for our premium tournaments where they can win real prizes. So, and it's works. So it's helped to convert them into payment customers. So that's like our strategy right now. So to go into big fantasy communities and try to convert them into our players. And when they win big prize, so they can share it. They can start to play again because so they understand. Oh, okay, I can win good money here. So that's how we work.
Yeah, that's super cool. I'll definitely keep track of what you guys are building, and I'll definitely try it out myself as well.
Sure. Yeah, we would be happy to hear your feedback.
Yeah. And one thing I'm thinking of, because we work a lot with students, right? And we have a lot of students who also play Fantasy Premier League. So if you're also interested in kind of getting more users or people to test your product as well, we'll be happy to help there and connect you with some students who would definitely be interested in that as well.
We can share with you your affiliate link so you can earn some money on sharing it.
Mustafa, you got a great offer.
Actually, we share like 50% of our profit with our partners. So like if you invite some new users, and they started to spend money, we give 50% of our profit to the partner. So that also how we build our relations with partners right now.
Okay, guys, I think this part you can already discuss privately. I love that this session nails both not only investment topics, but also biz dev, partnership, and other things that are not less valuable. Mustafa, do you have any other comments or questions to the team?
No, I'll let other people talk, but thanks for answering, and enjoyed the pitch.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
Dr. Ankur, do you have any questions or feedback?
Yeah, question is, what's the long-term vision for you guys? Is it to always be a part of Telegram? Is it to kind of separate from it and do something on your own? What's the vision?
Yeah. Thank you for the answer, for the question. So actually, for the moment, we are doing also a web version of our game because it's quite easy to do because it's like web app and we can do it. But for the moment, so we one of the strongest things that we can hire new users in Telegram ads, just like as you saw, it's in Brazil, we bought it for like $0.5. So it's really cheap. So that's why we would like, first of all, go through Telegram, get a lot of users there. And of course, after, like for some market, we need to have a web version. So that's why we're going to launch it maybe in 1 month. Yeah.
Ultimately, of course, we want to have a mobile app because it has high retention. But so it's just the first interaction with the user starts with inside the Telegram super app, and then we can use it to get the user into our app.
As we mentioned, like user just need to go to the bot, start the bot, and start the game. So just in 2 clicks, really, users start the game. They don't need to register. So in web application, so we should make like a registration. We already did it like through Gmail, through Facebook, and so on to understand and to prevent fraud. But like, yeah, of course. So like, next step will be to go to the market where Telegram is not popular, and we have a instrument how to do that.
Thank you, guys. I think you replied this question in a lot of details, very clearly now. Dr. Ankor, do you have other questions to the team?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Isa, you mentioned you are a gamer yourself. Do you have any questions to the team?
Yeah, I'm good. But I also mentioned that we are really bullish on Tone ecosystem and Telegram related Web3 projects. Yeah, that will be it.
Awesome. Yeah. So it was more a feedback, not a question. Thank you, Isa.
Thank you.
Yeah, Slava, just a reminder for you from Jets.Capital, since you do not have opportunity to ask through microphone, you can always drop a message here in WhatsApp and we will forward your message to the team. Okay, so guys, thanks a lot. We will follow up shortly after collecting feedback from investors and connect with you in Telegram, okay? In your favorite platform. Thanks for your presentation.
Thank you all for attention.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let me invite the next startup today. Okay, just to change from fun to very serious stuff, and then we will fun again, I promise. Qualloo from Thailand. Please keep your brains now focused, investors, because this is a very, very solid, nearly deep tech infrastructure project. So Qualloo, guys, are you ready to pitch?
Hello. Yeah, I think so. 1 second. Let me just bring the screen up. Okay.
Yes, we see your screen. So 5 minutes are yours.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. 1 second. Just keep my timer on, make sure I'm in line. Okay, so I'm Keith Dawson. I'm the founder and CTO of Qualloo. We're a project that's using decentralized technology to really improve the entire internet. Okay, so one of the big reason why we're doing this problem is the internet's more important than ever, and it really needs to be protected. And stakeholders that have that job really have a lot of challenges that they struggle with, and it's a very high cost of failure. So as we're developing all these wonderful solutions and getting people on board on the internet, you know, that those e-services are growing fanatically, and they're going to be reaching $7 trillion by 2032. So that's a lot of value being delivered over the internet that's completely reliant on other stakeholders for your business success. And a lot of those stakeholders already admit that 70% of them don't have the technical skills to manage it. The internet's growing increasingly more fragmented, and downtimes are very expensive. And there's a lot of growing pressure from all sides to make sure that the internet's up and we actually keep everything running. So the Qualloo solution is that we're building a global decentralized physical network. You probably know it as DeepIn network. This is going to be built of mobile and fixed nodes, and the network's really going to be incentivized with a token, it's blockchain, NFTs to create the global network. And from that network, we monetize it in all kinds of different product verticals. So we come from telecom to consultancy. We've worked with internet providers, regulators to help them solve this problem. And we just come across so many systemic issues that needed a big solution like this. So that we're going to build products for consumer and business services. Okay, so the initial focus is going to be on data and insights products that we can obtain from the global network. We're not going to be contained within certain countries, ISPs. It's going to be a global view in real time with entire internet landscape, so we can instantly diagnose issues. We can also monetize the network for doing things like location-based analytics, proof of quality, and leverage a kind of a Qualloo oracle that can drive smart contracts based on proof of quality. And our experience over the last 15 years of solving this issue is all being built into an AI model. So we can basically scale consultants and remove engineers from the network. Okay, so we've already built a proof of concept that we did with the Brunei regulator with 50 devices that we put across all of the service providers. You know, this was very successful. We already solved massive problems that the current internet providers and regulators couldn't solve, but you know, customers have been feeling this for years. And this, even though they've used traditional monitoring solutions, because they don't have the insights coming from the edge, testing through the whole internet in the way that they use it, it's very difficult for them to find issues that impact customer experience. Okay, so if you look at our approach compared to the competitors, those kind of Web2 competitors do very segmented monitoring in line with those ISP segments. Makes it very difficult for them to pivot and look at the big picture. And because we have a deep in network, the customers, the end users can really help to deploy a global network, help to cover the maintenance costs at a fraction of the cost that any single entity could do. And because the data come from one network, it can be used in a lot of different ways. That makes it much more efficient, much more monetizable. And it also opens the door to a lot of different stakeholders that need access to this kind of data, but they're priced out or they don't have the technical experience currently. So our vision globally is we see we'll be at least reduce global OPEX by 25%, while also dramatically improving user experience. The deep-in network is going to serve a lot of QXT ecosystem that supports the network. And that network is monetized through every person that uses the internet, especially the big OTT providers, enterprise networks, ISPs, and the consumers who will get a much better product. So our roadmap is pretty much in 3 years. The first year that we're just doing now, we're just starting our seed round, building the MVP, integrating with a blockchain and a token that really makes our test node scalable. You know, it's plug and play. You can expand it all over the world, and every time those nodes come up, we can sell those insights into the different stakeholders. We have a strong team, developers. Myself, been working in telecoms for 25 years, 15 years, focusing on this kind of analytics and helping service providers and regulators solve issues. And we're also expanding our Web3 advisors with Oddiyana Ventures coming on board to design the token economy and really make sure that the token's sustainable and there's other reward structures. So it's not just, you know, a straight up play to earn token. We already have traction with some regulators and also selling kind of a vision with a strategic document with ASEAN, helping them to underpin the ASEAN Digital Master Plan. And we're looking for $2 million as this launch, part of a 20 million valuation. And I'll just leave this slide up while we ask any questions. That pretty much summarizes where we're at and why we're doing this.
Yeah, thank you, Kay. Thank you for your presentation. I know that your technology is incredible. And next time, be sure you pitch with more energy and excitement yourself. It seems you are very, a little bit tired today, but that's fine. It happens.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Ankur, would you love to start with your feedback or questions?
Sure. Yeah, I think we've spoken before, me and the Qualloo team.
Yeah.
But But I want to touch on what you just said right now. Because the topic is serious or the product is serious, that doesn't mean the pitch needs to be that serious, right? So you can bring your enthusiasm, you can bring, you know, a lot of passion for what you're doing, obviously being a founder. But I also think too, a lot of times what happens in these types of products is, or these projects, is you get lost in the technology. And so what I would like is, I mean, you only have 5 minutes. So what story would I take away from this pitch? And this goes to not just you, but to anyone pitching. Like what, as an investor, I might see 50 other projects that come after this. What is going to be my takeaway from this 5 or 7 minutes or 20 minutes? Is it going to be tech related? If I'm not a tech guy, I'm going to get lost. So what's the story? Is this for users? Is this for clients? Really, what's the takeaway here that can be simplified for me, that just makes me interested to say, hey, I need to get on another call with Qualloo to dive in deeper. So that's my feedback. I don't really have any questions for you.
I believe that's a priceless feedback. And yeah, guys, I will come back to you separately just to kick one more time regarding the pitch, since it should be simpler for sure. And as Dr. Ankur mentioned, I remember you started with the story when if you have your internet broken, what do you do and how do you fix the problems, etc., etc. So the pain that every single person has. Mustafa, would you like to add anything from your side?
No, I share similar feedback with Dr. Ankur, and yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Cool.
Okay, so Keith, great job. Next time would be even better, and we will share the recent deck with all investors and come back to you.
Okay, great. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
yes.
Thanks a lot. You can stop your screen share now.
Yep.
I'm sure one day we will all use your product.
Definitely.
Okay, now I want to invite a startup from Curacao, Better Fun, and the founder, Metin. Metin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for joining, and you can now start your screen share with the pitch deck.
Sure. I just realized I pitch deck is a little bit outdated, so and our product is ready. Actually, I can directly go on our product. It will be more easy to understand.
As you wish, as you feel, what will be the most, clear and attractive for investors to explain the big potential of your product.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Okay.
And by the way, Metin and all the rest, so in a few days, we will have it published, the uncensored pitch deck review series, exactly about Better, the startup that Metin will present. So you will see yourself, Metin, the comment from TGE Ventures and the in-depth analysis of your slides.
Okay, that will be amazing, by the way. Okay.
Okay, so your stage, your microphone.
Okay, so Better Fan is a prediction game focused on real sports events and esports events. Basically, we started our journey with Better Fan late to 2022. And already in 7 months, we are in the open beta. We have more than 40K registered users, and our daily active users are around between 2,000 to 3,000 people. So sports betting could be really harmful. First of all, you can lose lots of money. And even if it's become addictive, you can lose even your life saving just for a small joy. So we saw that there is a problem, and we saw that there is a demand because gamification of sports betting in this scale never done before. So we saw an opportunity. So that's why we create Better Fan. We do not demand from our users to deposit any amount of crypto or stake in order to place their predictions. So instead, what they need to do, they need to buy a fan card, our beautiful fan cards. Just let me show you in our marketplace. Fan cards give you the utility of make a daily predictions. So as you can see here in the right corner, I have 10 daily available predictions for today. And let's orchestrate you how you can place your predictions. Just basically, you are going to our app. It's a very simple app. It's exactly look like in the Web2 platforms because we will going to onboard lots of Web2 users. We have all the major sports and we have pre-match and live. You can both place your predictions. So today there is a Champion League qualification. Let me just do a small prediction. I will just click the play now button. This is my prediction slip. Card ratio, my NFT fan cards that provides me, it could be upgradable. Like when I upgrade my fan card, it will eventually increase my staked amount. You can think like that. So your card ratio multiplies with the total odds you selected. And outcome of this event, if the prediction will be successful, I will receive 2.39 B2B as a profit. But if in case of unsuccessful, which most of the bets unsuccessful, the only thing I will lose, it will be my daily available prediction, which renews on every 24 hours. So we are taking a pure gambling logic and carving out it a predict and earn game. This is how basically BetterFan works. Of course, we have a very deep and a huge game economy behind it. Let me explain a little bit. We have two tokens. One is the B2B, better than bet. It's our utility token, and it's only circulate with the successful predictions. You need to use all the in-game activities required to burn certain amount of B2B, and sometimes our main token, BFF tokens. This could be like upgrading your NFT, minting new NFTs, refilling your NFTs, such as like in-game activities. And we have a secondary NFTs, which we call them badges. Badges could be implemented on your fan card, and it brings additional gamification. For example, we have currently developed 4 badges, and these are like sports badge, country badge, luck badge, and 3 badge. If you use country badge for specific countries, you will receive additional odds. And if you use sports badge, you will receive additional odds for some certain sports. We add more gamification in order to make the game more excited, I can say. And the badges only could be sold and buy with the main tokens, which is BFF. And within every transaction, we cut some small fees, 4% of the fees, and this amount will be burned. Let me tell you about our revenue models. Our revenue models is quite simple. We have 2 different revenue models. One is the marketplace revenue. It's a proven revenue model, as we learn it from our predecessors, like Stepan. It could be very lucrative business, and we are assuming the BetterFan also will be the same. In the marketplace, in every transaction, we take some small fees with the BNB tokens. For example, if you buy or sell and fan cards, we take some small fees and we take it as a revenue. A second revenue is our team tokens, which we hold 16% of the total allocation. And yeah, I just forget to mention that this is a seasonal game. Like you just not buying an NFT, you won't be able to make predictions forever. One season will be 11 months. And in 11 months, you will be able to make predictions as long as you want. Like you think you buy an NFT and you have an everyday free lottery ticket without a risk because you're not staking your money. Yeah, that's what basically BetterFan. Currently, we have a partnership with some serious partners. We are making a sponsorship deal currently with the French football club Bordeaux. They will wear BetterFan on their t-shirts. It's a huge deal for us. We have a team of 9. We mostly based in Istanbul. They're all full-time. And currently we close our pre-seed round with 250K, and we are in the middle of the seed round. We received around 300K, mostly all of them from various angel investors. Yeah, and that's all. Yeah, feel free to happy to answer your questions. Like I said, our app is very basic. We are not inventing something new. We are just changing the dynamics of the existing game.
Thank you, Metin. And I don't know what investors will say, but on my personal opinion, since I know your pitch deck, you made a great choice going into the live app and
I know.
teaching what you have already. At least for me, it was much more impressive and clear in many aspects.
Yeah, I'm glad that everything is clear for you guys.
Okay, so Mustafa, as a football fan, you should enjoy this session for sure. Do you have any comments or feedback or questions to the team?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely love pitches when I get to see the actual product. Those are my favorite, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. Great choice, and curious to learn more about your product after the session. I'll definitely try it out.
Okay, definitely.
Cool. Okay. Dr. Ankur, any feedback from your side or questions?
Yeah, I'll add on to that seeing a demo is always better. Taking a couple slides from a pitch and then going into your demo always works well too. I'll ask this though. So I think you said you had 2,000 to 3,000 daily active users.
Yeah.
This user base that you have, is it Web3 focused right now? Are you trying to get Web2 audience or not really?
Currently all of our users are Web3 focused, but our main goal to onboard the Web2 users.
Okay.
We did everything. We're trying to do everything very easy for them because most of them, they don't know how to buy crypto, everything else. So we integrated with the Binance Connect right in our let me show you in the wallet. So they will be able to buy directly with the Binance, with some BNBs, go to the marketplace, buy some fan cards, and start to make predictions. By the way, we have two wallets. One is an external wallet, one is spending wallet. Spending wallet is the off-chain one. We did it in order to decrease the transaction cost, everything. And actually, we are not totally Web3. We are Web 2.5, I can say, because the bets as well, it's not on chain. I think it's also not necessary to make them on chain.
Okay, yeah. So when you're transitioning now to finding Web2 users, any concerns over, having these different tokens that they need to be a part of, B2B, BFF, obviously BNB, how do they navigate through all of this seamlessly?
So there is, of course, a teaching cost will be, but we have a very good product. We have a very good slogan. Imagine these Web2 users, mostly they are betting on the Web2 platforms, and I am giving them opportunity to make a risk-free sports betting. Of course, they won't be able to make that much money like in the Web2 platforms, but I'm giving them a risk-free option. I'm showing them there is a better way to enjoy this game. So it will be too easy to attract them. Imagine you make a bet. If it's not successful, you won't lose anything.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ankur. And guys, do you see any cross-pollinations or any potential partnership opportunities with Fanton, which pitched previously?
Yeah, it was a very interesting project I just saw, and it's reminding me maybe we can do something together, possibly.
Well, yeah, so I think it's a great idea because we also are in a partnership with one guys who do betting inside Telegram and web app, and we are sharing we have a partnership and we're sharing the audience because you're the fan of football which make bets in your platform, they can easily go and play fantasy football, and also our guys can go there. Of course, we need to discuss about because those guys have also ton as a currency which they can pay, but still I think we can agree about something and make some cross-chain activities and share our audience, make some collaboration. Yeah, do you have a Telegram
Yeah.
So you can exchange later on, not to spend time of the live stream to discuss contact details, and we can always connect you, or you can connect on InnMInd or in our Telegram group. So it's just, I wanted to highlight that if there is potential opportunity for partnership, joint AMA, since both of you have huge user bases, why not using it?
Yeah, definitely. And I would like to add one more thing. Like, our user flow is like, the process is very simple. To do it one click, you can just register your account and your wallet will be created already. We have self-custody wallets inside. It's already developed. And the only thing you need to do is, to bring some funds. And this is every Web3 project have this potential problem. But yeah, people are learning it, and we are helping them, like partnering with like a Binance Connect. Maybe in the future we will be partnering with the Simplex or MoonPays to make everything more easy to them.
I do not want to sound like a BizDev person of Telegram or Ton blockchain, but they are targeting this problem with one of the products. So they are implementing the login system in Web3 apps. Every Telegram user can log in Web3 app using Telegram ID, and they have their native wallet in Telegram, which allows to use both crypto and fiat and whatever. So the problem that you mentioned can be easily avoided, or solved through this solution, maybe.
I think so.
Let's go into Telegram.
Any other questions or feedback? I really would love to hear.
Come on, why Ton is not sponsoring this session? I'm wondering. Because from the beginning, it's all about Ton, and Telegram. We should do something with that.
In 2 weeks, all the world will know what is Ton, and like we think that's a practical. It should be. And also, all the projects inside Ton can just get a lot of attention from investors.
Yep. Okay, Metin, you can stop your screen share right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot for your presentation. And let's put our attention to the last but not least startup today from Nigeria this time, Boundless Pay, and the founder, Franklin. Franklin, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Good to see you. Yeah, I hear you well, but I don't see your deck. Can you please start your screen share?
Okay.
It seems your internet connection is a little bit breaking up, but for now it's okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm trying to share my screen now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me know when you can see my screen.
I don't.
Okay.
Finally.
Now?
Yeah, it seems working now. Wait a sec, it's loading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right now we see Boundless Pay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I'm Franklin Peters, CEO of Boundless Pay, your go-to wallet for all payments in Africa. All right. Africa's payment market is valued at about $400 billion, with a projected annual growth rate of 32% until 2030. Being home to over 1.5 billion individuals and 3.1 million registered businesses in Nigeria, you can tell that Africa is a fertile ground for diverse economic activities. Unfortunately, over 60% of Africans do not have access to financial services and can only transact in cash. This means that they are not able to access loans, insurance, and cross-border remittance services. hindering growth and prosperity. Here is Jeff, a 32-year-old entrepreneur overseeing a team of over 50 professionals. The intricacies of manually managing payments for his team dawned on him, a time-consuming task that drained resources. He then turned to HR management tools like Sage, only to be confronted by steep subscription fees and a complex interface, making it difficult to operate. Now, this is where Boundless Pay comes in. At Boundless Pay, we have built a comprehensive suite of tools ranging from virtual cards, bill payment tools, virtual accounts, payroll solutions. Traditional payment platforms like Western Union and Apex banks are slow, manual, expensive, and incomprehensive. Other specialized solutions like Cheaper Cash and Sage are fast and automated, but expensive and incomprehensive. However, with Boundless Pay, Joe can have access to a fast, automated, affordable, and comprehensive solution for all his payment needs, thereby keeping him and his business profitable with his employees happy. Imagine a future where everyone armed with a mobile app can tap into a comprehensive banking service safeguarded by blockchain and driven by AI. Now, that's the future we are building at Boundless Pay. A quick sign up on Boundless Pay equips you with not just standard banking services, but also versatile payment tools and comprehensive business solutions, neatly packaged in a single mobile app. Already, we've processed over $3 million in microtransactions with the support of 15,000 dedicated beta testers and a queue of over 200 businesses on our waiting list, showcasing strong demand and scalability. In the next 5 years, we aim to capture 1% of the market by servicing at least 3.15 million individuals and businesses, delivering high return for our investors. I'm a second-time founder with background in business development and software engineering, alongside my CTO, Fred. My co-founder, Paula, has a PhD in economics and international finance. Together, we share a vision to drive financial inclusion in Africa. We've successfully raised, we are currently raising our pre-seed. We successfully raised $250,000 as part of our $1.5 million pre-seed round and seeking visionary partners and investors to join us on this transformative journey. We'll be delighted to have you on board. I'll be open to questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Franklin. Thank you. Great job. You were a little bit slow in pitching, but if I understand correctly, you had some problems with internet.
Yes, my internet is slow.
So it's totally fine. And I want to invite Dr. Ankur maybe to share feedback, since if I understand correctly, in London Real Ventures and in your media holding, you pay attention to the diverse representations of Web3 projects across different regions. So would you like to give a feedback? Or ask questions?
Absolutely. Yeah. First of all, I appreciate the story part. Maybe if you would focus a little bit more, put a little bit more emphasis on the story, maybe that would have been a little bit better. But overall, it was great. I'm usually not the fan of icons. I'm not the biggest fan, but I like the way you kind of separated it out and made that follow your story. So I appreciate that. From your perspective, I mean, obviously unbanked is a big problem that we're trying to solve. And that's the whole genesis for what we do in blockchain. What's the biggest struggle that maybe you see in the next, let's say, 12 to 24 months to kind of bridge that gap of unbanked to banked?
All right. So in Africa, most people have access to mobile phones, but they don't have access to adequate financial services. For instance, the average African, I'm talking about Nigerian as well, do not have access to loan to scale up their businesses. They don't have access to easy payroll services to pay salaries to their staff. They don't have access to credit facilities, right? So these are issues that exist in the current financial ecosystem in Africa, in Nigeria, most importantly. And so with the solution we are building, incorporating it with blockchain, we're able to provide some of those solutions.
Okay, so you see the adoption is mainly just your product is here, everything is good, or are there some other hurdles that you're going to see as you try and do this?
Yes, so the hurdles may be licensing, because part of what we're trying to do is to make Boundless Pay. Of course, Boundless Pay is live. We currently have paying users. The updated version of the app will be out in November 17th, which would incorporate the payroll, the invoicing, and several other tools I talked about. But the MVP is currently live with 15,000 users and will process about $3 million. Part of what we want to do with the V2 is to make it a fintech mobile app that issues virtual bank account solutions. Currently, we issue virtual bank account solutions, virtual accounts to our users, and virtual cards and some of those tools in partnership with a bank in Nigeria. But we hope to get a license to be able to issue directly by ourselves. Currently, we are in talks with two banks, institutions that have licenses. One is an IMTO, International Money Transfer license. We are at the verge of completing the deal. If that happens, then we'll be able to issue all these features directly with that partnership. But over time, we believe that it may take a little while before the government decides to allow blockchain-related companies to get their own licenses. But we believe that over time it would open up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
By the way, it was not a long time ago we published in Telegram the news that Nigerian government removed the ban against crypto, right? And implemented some or suggested some new legislation which is more crypto friendly.
Yes. So the environment is more friendly now, but in terms of issuing licenses, they are still trying to work on the framework. So for us, we are going to be leveraging partnerships, IMTO, PSSB, all these licenses. We have partners that are on standby to issue us this, to have a partnership with us for this purpose. And we are going to be closing it out very soon.
Okay, nice.
And I forgot to mention, sorry, that we are backed by Adaverse, which is a Cardano investment arm. We're also backed as well by Digitata Capital. We're currently undergoing the acceleration program, and we're going to be having our demo day on 28th of next month. So I'm inviting all the investors to also come over and listen to the demo day. Thank you.
I love when startups use all provided opportunities to reach their goals. So great job. Mustafa, would you love to share your feedback?
Yeah, I guess I'd definitely say that if you are backed by other investors, definitely include that in the pitch deck.
Yes.
I know it's founders hate when investors say this, but knowing that there's other investors obviously helps, knowing that there's been due diligence done on this project. And so definitely include that. And other than that, I was just thinking, because I met with a couple of other projects also working in Africa recently, who I think you might have similar synergies with. So if you want, I'd be happy to connect you to the founders after this call.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Franklin, thank you for the pitch. And before we finish the session today, and yeah, Slava just dropped a message that he's switching off, but carefully we'll review all the pitch decks and provide feedback. Slava, thank you for joining, even on the silent mode. Hope you drive safe. I wanted to ask a question to Dr. Ankur and Mustafa. Guys, right now, well, opinions differ, of course, but many people think that we are in the hardest time of crypto recession or winter or bear market, whatever you call it, yeah? From the investment activity perspective, from the retail market and everything. What would be your number one advice for startup founders that are pitching today in Zoom and other startup founders that are watching and will be watching us in YouTube. So one advice on how to survive these times, what to focus on, what to prioritize, or whatever, considering your expertise and wisdom. Please share it.
Sure, I can go first. Yeah, I'll go first.
Of course.
Yeah, look, relationships. The biggest mistake founders make is they only want to build relationships when it's time to raise money. So if you are constantly building relationships, the pitch is very easy when someone already kind of knows you and knows what you're about. Not really focused around the story or anything like that. They already know you. They're banking on you. And especially when it comes to pre-seed, most of the investors are banking on the team because your project may look vastly different in 6 months. So what you say today may not even apply 6 months from now. So they really want to know about you and how you kind of operate. And really the best times to operate is when someone says no. So maybe this is a second tip here is the follow-up. Constantly following up without expecting anything in return. You never know what one thing you say at one opportune time for that investor and everything kind of clicks. So my advice is build relationships at all times, not just when you're trying to raise money.
Oh my God, I really love it. And guys, by the way, Dr. Ankor just nailed it. I wanted even to make a post today, but didn't have time for this regarding follow-ups. After the previous pitching session that we had like 3 weeks ago, we made, I think, more than 18 introductions between investors and startups. So each startup received introductions with a few investors who were ready to follow up. And what really frustrates me is observing that the founders in these charts, some founders, they simply forget to follow up. They forget to ask investor, did you schedule a call, or please share your Calendly, or okay, we missed a call, can we reschedule it, or whatever else, yeah? And this is so wrong. So please keep attention on this and follow up. That's amazing advice. Thank you, Dr. Ankor. Mustafa, your turn. Share your wisdom.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I had advice based on like a book I read, and originally I was thinking this could be good advice for like a bear market, and I think it's good advice in general for any time. I think especially early on in the journey, you really want to try to focus on what's the most essential thing and kind of like put away the other things that don't really matter. And that thing is like getting to product market fit and making sure like you are at that stage, because that's I think the number one most important thing for any startup in the beginning. And especially right now in this market, like try to get there as fast as possible. And there's this saying that you want to keep like failing fast in a way, and keep trying different things until you get there. And yeah, I definitely would recommend the book. I have it here with me. I always have books with me, but you can't see it because it's blurred. It's called Fall in Love with the Problem, Not the Solution. It's by the founder of Waze. I think if anyone's building a startup, you have to read this book. It's definitely the number one book I've read as a founder myself. So yeah, I would recommend it.
Fall in love with problem, not the solution, right? Sounds like something by Simon Sinek.
I think he might be inspired by it.
Okay, Mustafa, thank you so much for sharing this advice. And all investors who even jumped out earlier than we finished, thanks a lot for participating. And we will follow up today, as usually, with priority investors from Zoom, tomorrow with all other active investors in InnMInd network and founders. Our team will make sure that you will get on radar of maximum amount of active investors that are backing startups like yours. And then it would be on your shoulders to convince them and hopefully to close the deal. And meanwhile, if you see any partnership opportunities between each other or other market players on InnMInd, let us know. Interest, biz dev, partnerships, as Mustafa said, product market fit, it's like the core in addition to fundraising. So thank you very much to everyone, and I wish you have a nice rest of the day or evening or whatever, and hope the crypto winter will change into crypto spring very soon. And we will see some of the founders from today in the newspapers, in good news. Okay, take care, guys. Thanks a lot for today. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone, see you. Bye.
Bye.